Welcome back to Talkin Shop. I'm Brandon, back with Jesse.
Hey, good morning, sir.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Episode 37.
37.
Garrett.
Morning.
Jeez.
I thought we were at 40, you told me, Garrett.
Garrett doesn't know what number we're on. We're just throwing numbers out there this morning.
Hell, half time we don't know what number we're on.
Hey,
What?
was that cookie I gave you the best cookie you've ever had?
It was pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
What
It was-
a delightful breakfast.
And let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with the viewers. It was milkless.
I did not have milk, correct.
And it was
I,
still
I
delicious.
also didn't expect you to bring me a carton of milk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
you weren't gonna go that far.
It would have been better with milk, right, Jesse?
It would have been pretty good with milk. It was pretty good without it. I'm not going to take that away. It was a good cookie, but milk would have definitely made it.
You lay on a bed.
We had a
of
monster with it.
lies.
That's fair. We had a monster with it. We're all right.
Bed of lies over there.
You ever seen
Both of
someone
you.
dip a sugar cookie in Monster at 3:30 in the
Here
morning?
we go.
Wake up!
Wake up.
My Egg McMuffin was actually better than that.
Yeah,
I like how you just think of yourself in the morning
I know.
too. By the way,
I was just gonna say that he eats this cookie that I bring him, and then he downs his egg McMuffin, and I'm like, oh, no breakfast for the rest of us. Cool.
if you were coming in for the podcast and you're like, I'm going to stop at McDonald's, I'm going to get some sausage eggs, wouldn't you get one for me?
Let me check my phone.
I'd
Maybe
get one
maybe
for
you
you.
text me.
I'd get one for you.
Nope, didn't text me.
You wouldn't even have to ask. I would just do it.
You didn't text me. That's for sure.
It was inexpensive food. It tasted good.
What are you playing over there?
He
Don't
doesn't
worry
know.
about it.
It's too
He doesn't
early
know.
for that.
He's hitting buttons
That's an
over
ishk
here.
and a bishk.
It's Ganishkin a bish and grab a bull by the horn.
Something like that.
Something like that.
If you wink at a blind horse, he'll nod.
Something. Yeah. They don't know the difference.
No,
That's all I
actually,
know.
no. A nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse.
Exactly what I just
How
said.
many blind horses you know?
How many nods have you given? Yo, what's up, horse? Anyways.
Bree's blind. I wonder if I could wink and blink at her and see if she knows the difference.
Jesus. So last week we talked a little bit about accelerating your business.
Yeah,
So we accelerated,
we did.
and now we're into the end of the year.
Now we're successful. Right?
Now we're here.
We're here.
But yeah, we were supposed to go to a wild game last weekend. That would have been cool.
Why you gotta bring that up? Boo. Boo.
Yeah, didn't get to go, did we?
Boo. Stupid Omicron.
That sucked.
Canceled. Oh well. Guess what's coming up next weekend though?
We're going to another long game?
Christmas?
Christmas.
Christmas. The greatest day ever?
Yeah, you want to sing Jingle Bells right now together?
Kind of.
Jingle bells.
No, I don't want to do that. Nobody
You
wants to
do
do
have
that.
a lovely singing voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been called the songbird of my
You
generation.
definitely are. A little Fergie, little Jesus.
You have a voice for a photo for sure.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
If you want to question my morals, do it later.
Anyways, so we got 8 true business days remaining. 8.
That's it?
8.
That's insane.
I know,
Where'd
it's-
this year go?
That's what I was just thinking. Like, it's just the craziest thing ever. We got 8 business days remaining.
Wow.
Crazy. But you know what I'm starting to see a lot of lately?
What's that?
Imposters.
Imposters?
Imposter.
Fakers?
Yeah, just, you're seeing a lot more of it lately, and it's really annoying.
I'm intrigued.
You know what an imposter is, Garrett?
I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued?
Yeah.
Yeah, an imposter is a
Liars.
person who pretends to be someone else.
Oh.
Typically, they're doing it for the purpose of gain. They're going to do something to deceive others, especially for fraudulent gain.
Like a spy?
Like a spy?
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess. To me, you know what it sounds like? Poor way to do business.
Sounds terrible.
Poor way to do business.
Wait till people find out.
Well, you see, and I'm not just talking about just in our world, but I'm talking all
Everything.
over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you see a lot of imposters out there, and it's, the one thing I want to bring up is, really, you're probably wondering, why are we talking about imposters today, right?
Yeah. I was a little curious.
Yeah, but, to me, what I'm seeing is companies in today's world, are starting to see the benefits of hard work that they didn't do,
That's true.
or they want that benefit of the hard work, but they don't actually want to do the work.
Oh, I'm not supposed to take handouts.
You want to skip that step.
Yeah, so you're seeing a lot of it lately, and some of your competitors, listeners here, some of your competitors are probably trying to benefit from your reputation.
There's a good chance of it.
You put the hours in, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing to make things right and do things right, and then your competitors are out there like, yeah, I do the same thing as Tim.
What is it that Tim does?
Yeah, but they don't really know. Yeah, exactly. They're just piggybacking off of it, right?
Right.
Or, my favorite is you start looking at examples of this would be like if you Google a product, right?
Yep.
It's the number one way to do it. Google a product, right? By
Google.
the name and see what pops up. You'll start seeing these people that are advertising with other people's names. Like I literally have to spend a ton of money on Google just to advertise against my own name.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
I mean, if that doesn't show that, the competitors are afraid of you, right?
Yeah.
You got to piggyback off their name. Oh, well. But, then you got the number one thing I see right now,
Yep.
I just see a lot of people, companies who are claiming American made.
I see that a lot too.
You see so many things that like, oh yeah, they deceive you to believe you're an American made, or the sales guy will say American made, but nowhere on their website do they have an American flag.
Right.
Nowhere on their website are they advertising made in America. No,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
yeah.
They're not doing that because that's traceable. That can get them in some trouble.
Can't put it in writing, right?
Yeah, exactly. But they'll say it, right? They'll deceive you.
Tell you all day long.
Yeah. And they do it because they know it means something to you, the consumer.
Yep.
And they know that if they tell you like, oh, well, we're a Chinese import.
Oh.
Or we come out of Taiwan.
Oh.
Or we come out of India. They realize at this point, like, you're probably less likely to put that as a positive in their column, right?
Right.
You might not rule them out because of it, but they know it doesn't help their case.
Exactly.
So to deceive you to believe American made or to deceive you away from what they are makes you less likely to be, skeptical, right?
Right.
So
benefits them by saying that, right?
Yeah. But like I said, they don't want to do the work to achieve it.
No, they don't.
They don't want to invest in actually being American made.
Nope.
And then some shops, that listeners might be, you might see your competitors doing where they're like, oh, we're top quality, right?
Yeah.
And then they cut the corners on the material they use behind the scenes.
Makes a lot of sense, right?
Like what you see on the outside is not what you see on the inside, Right. Like you open up the cabinet and it's completely different,
Right.
So as a customer, what should you do if you don't know? Do you think you could ask?
I think so.
See some proof?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that you can do is to ask questions, right? When you don't know something, the more questions you ask, typically the clearer the picture becomes. If they struggle to answer your questions or they don't know the information or they can't prove it, and sometimes they might not know it because it's not a common question, right?
Right.
That happens. I'll give the benefit of the doubt there, but they should be able to say, I don't have the answer, but I'll get it for you right away. And they should be able to provide you with some concrete information.
Right.
Not just like, well, that's just the way it is.
I feel like if someone asks you if you're made in America, it should be a pretty easy question to answer, right?
Yeah.
Where are you made?
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Correct.
America.
Yeah, it should be America. Exactly.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to look into that. Well, I don't think I'm going to call you back.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's just some, you see some cabinet shops using, Chinese materials. I've seen some of that lately. Like we're bringing in, Chinese material, Chinese wood, there's just knockoff materials.
Right.
And it's just not as good. You see it in metals too, in the metal industry. Fabricators, using knockoff, materials.
Yeah, we spoke about that in a prior show, right?
Yeah.
Chinese steel is not the same as American.
It's not. And that's what people don't realize. Like it is completely different.
It is.
And that makes a difference in quality.
Sure does.
And then you see sign shops, they're bringing in knockoff products. You see a lot of that lately. Like I have a lot of awesome customers who are American made, and I watch them make their beautiful products on our machines. But when you start looking at some of these cookie cutter shops, right?
Yeah.
They're just buying product on the internet, shipping, blah, 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 blah. Shipping, let's try that again.
Struggles bus this morning.
Yeah, shipping the material in from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so really, what are you buying? You're just buying a middleman.
Yeah, exactly.
We had it this morning, right?
Yep.
Did we not have that this morning?
We did.
We came into an email this morning.
We
The guy
did.
said, send me a quote on this, 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 and this.
Yep.
But we had an email just magically last night, like 11 o'clock at night, asking for the same thing.
Right.
And I happened to look up the address, and it's almost the same address.
It is.
So I sent them a quick message, and I was just like, hey, are you working with this person? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're the supplier for them. Okay, well, they contacted me directly, so I'll just get them the quote direct.
Right.
No reason for a middleman
Right.
here.
Right.
Like that guy's just trying to benefit off of our work and the customer's money.
Please, can you please use me?
Yeah, like to me, that's not what we do.
No, not
like
at all.
you have to try to work for your customer, right?
Right.
Keep it, more cost effective for them. But don't cut corners to do it.
Exactly.
You see, consumable companies selling a lot of knockoff stuff. You'll find companies that are bit manufacturers coming in from overseas. You'll find, in plasma cutters, you even see knockoff consumables there. The electrodes and that stuff. Like, it's all knockoff to make it look like it's not, but the performance isn't the same.
Just cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap stuff.
It makes me angry. Like, I'm getting upset just thinking about it.
I know. And you see, like, these companies that are like, oh, we're going to give you some free bits with the machine, right?
Yeah.
And then the bits that show up are these Chinese knockoff tooling.
Thanks for my Chinese
And the
tools.
bit breaks right away the first time you use it.
No.
Like-
I'm getting upset. Like, it just makes me
That's
upset.
why I use brand names. Like when I say I'm going to give you a tooling set, what do you give me? A Vortex tooling set.
Quality.
Yeah, they're out of Wisconsin.
Name brand quality. Things
Yeah.
you can count on.
You can count on them, exactly.
You know where they're coming from.
But the other thing that, we've seen recently, I guess let's just talk about that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
we've received some notification from companies selling here in the U.S. who have claimed to be American made for years.
Yep.
Who we found out just recently they've been importing for years.
Yeah.
Like a large part of their machines coming from another country.
Yeah. What are the most important parts?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And that's what bugs me. I guess that's where this entire episode comes from, is that you literally have been hanging your hat on being American made, but you haven't been American made. Like, that's the most deceiving way to sell a product.
It is.
Like, if you're not proud of what you're doing, then why are you doing it?
It's a good question. For profit, for money.
For profit,
right?
exactly.
That's it. You're not doing it for the people.
For greed.
You're doing it for greed.
Yeah. You know, and that's what I think as a consumer, you need to be aware of that. You know, we see companies who claim to be, you know, quote unquote Italian, right? We see that one a lot because Italian, magically, I'm Italian.
Comes with quality.
I'm Italian, right? So they're like, oh, we're Italian. And I'm like, cool, we're Italian. Like,
awesome.
Yeah, like sweet. Italian, high five.
I like spaghetti and meatballs too.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, it kind of bugs me when people are like, oh, this is Italian built. But then you do a little digging around, and their lower lines come from India,
right?
Or another country, but they claim their Italian heritage, right?
Right.
Like, kind of seems shady.
It is. It's very shady.
You're playing off of the fact that Italian is good, but you're not actually Italian.
You got to hit those words that people associate with quality, right?
Right. It's the top line quality things that people think of Germany, Italy, U.S. made, right? All these things, and then you find out like 1% of their machine is from that country, and the rest of it's from India.
Right.
Like, it's not something you see a lot. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with India, right? I'm not.
Right. We're
knocking India.
We're not mocking or attacking this.
But what I will say is, like, you don't see a lot of people be like, proudly Indian made.
You never hear that.
You don't see that on a product.
Proudly made in China.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
You don't see that. Like, there's a reason why you don't see that.
No.
Like, generally speaking, quality products don't come from there.
It's very true.
Affordable products come from there.
Correct.
Right? I mean, it's products built for a price tag, not for a quality level.
Let's just say what it is. It's cheap.
Yeah. And that's, kind of what my point is here, is that you start to see that. We see companies who say they, provide the best support in the industry.
Yeah.
Or, hey, we'll provide you great support on that four-wheeler or whatever, right? These companies out there, you hear it. I mean, every car dealership tells you they're the greatest support company ever, right?
Right.
You see it on everybody's car commercials, like,
JD
unmatched
Power's
support.
number one car in the
Everybody's JD Power is number one.
Yeah.
Do you notice that? Everybody's commercial is JD Power number one.
How can everybody be number one?
How is everybody JD Power? Like, something's not right there. Oh, your JD Power in your wheels turning smoother than the other. Like, they just play off the word JD Power because JD certified them in something.
Our radio is JD Power number one.
We were rated number one by JD Power, and you dig into it, and it's like their parking lot was the cleanest out of all of them they inspected.
Right.
Like that's what they looked at. So you have to be careful on some of that stuff, but yet they outsource a large majority of their support. You see that? There's a lot of companies. I mean, it drives me nuts. Like, you see these companies that they claim the best products, and then they ship all their support overseas.
Yeah, talking to somebody that has no clue on what you're doing.
Yeah, they don't even understand the product.
Right.
You have to explain the product to them before they can explain what to do.
Yep.
And you can clearly tell they're reading out of some, tutorial guide, right?
The manual.
All right. Did you plug it in? You got it. You nailed it.
That's what
Thanks so much. Appreciate you.
That's
what it was. I forgot to plug it in. I never thought to check that before I called you.
Dang it.
Okay.
Darn.
Yes, it's plugged in. Okay, let's move on to step 2. Did you turn it on? Plugged it in, but didn't turn it on.
Yeah,
okay, now that we got that figured out. And it's just so annoying because you're let's skip those steps real quick. Let's just assume I did that, and if we need to come back to it later on, we can, because 99.9% of people have plugged it in and turned it on.
Right.
There's something else going on.
Let's start with plugging it in.
Let's start with step 3. It's like when you type into Google Maps, you're like, I want to go to this place. And it's like, back out of your driveway. Good. We got that. Now drive down the street and take a left. That's how I get out of my neighborhood.
Wait, is your seatbelt on?
Yeah, like, come on. Like, let's just start at the major road.
Right.
Like, I know how to get there. Like, I can get out of my driveway. Like, come on.
Most days.
Most days. Garrett?
Most days.
Most days.
Yeah, most days.
But yeah, so that's something that you need to think about. And then, got companies who claim offering the same options as somebody else, yet it's always a lower brand or version of it.
Right.
That's my favorite, is you see these guys who are like, we're the same thing as them, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not. 100% you're not.
Right.
Because that's why you're a different brand.
Well, we just dealt with this last week again.
Yeah.
Like, being told that I was offered a better machine at a lower price with better software. This machine's better. They have the same things you do. No, sir, they don't.
They do a really great job at advertising.
They do.
And then we did. We went into it. You know, you did a comparison. I got to be a part of it. I was, happy to be a part of that. And we did. Customers, and in fairness to the customer, very, very awesome guy, very polite guy, very straightforward guy. He told us, this is what the guy told me. He told me he's a better machine at a less price with same options. So I said, let's take a look at it. Right. He sent over the information. We sat down with it. We went line by line. We didn't find hardly anything that was actually the same.
There was really nothing the same.
Yeah. I mean, it was very, very little. But the sales guy said that exact statement to the customer.
He did.
We saw it. He said, we're the same machine with the same stuff. But literally had nothing the same.
Imposter.
Exactly. And that's the stuff. That's really what sparked this. Is it just drives me nuts because don't use somebody else's success for your own.
And don't lie to people.
Yeah.
Like, don't sit there and lie.
There's no reason for it.
You can take a picture of the two machines and put them next to each other. Like, there's nothing similar to these machines.
Yep, they both are machines.
That's it.
There we go. But that's what you start to see, and then you got knockoff parts. That drives me nuts. You really have to do your homework when it comes to that stuff in the world today. Like I was buying parts for my kid's 4-wheeler. His 4-wheeler broke, and I literally typed in the part I was looking for, and I found 10 versions of it that were knockoff.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want the knock. I just want the one that has to go on the 4-wheeler that I had before. But I get it. There's aftermarket world for something, right? But it's like I personally don't want to put a part on it that I'm going to have to replace again.
Right.
I've already spent half of my day tearing this thing apart. I don't want to put it all back together with a knockoff part, have it fail, and then have to do another half a day tearing apart.
Right. It sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks. I do the same thing. I'm a big gun guy. I like shooting sports. Optics. That's a huge one. Is if I try to find an optic, right? How's this thing made? It shows it's made in America, but it shows up and it's Chinese. Same brand, but it's Chinese.
Yeah, and one thing I always say is not all parts are made equally.
No, they're not.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes you find a direct replacement part, right?
Right. A diamond in the rough.
Well, it's not even that. Just some parts are a direct replacement. Like example, an air filter for your car, right? Like you can go to the hardware store or auto parts store. Let's go there, right? That's probably a better place to go for your air filter. You go to the auto parts store and you tell them that hey, I have this car. And they will sell you the OEM filter if you want it.
Yep.
But they always have like the Napa brand, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's probably their own knockoff brand, right?
Yep.
But it's a direct replacement. I mean, the reality is at the end of the day, that filter is exactly the same.
Very much
it's
so.
Just the branding is different,
right.
So there are scenarios where the branding is just branding, right? But that's some of the stuff you have to do. You have to be aware. Am I just buying a name or am I buying a quality difference?
Right.
And sometimes you're buying better and sometimes you're buying worse.
Very true.
Right? I mean, you have to be aware of it. And it gets a little tricky out there sometimes.
It does.
And that's why I always say, you can't get tricked. You got to be careful of that. Don't get tricked because I've always said it. A magician's best trick is his ability to distract you.
I love it.
The same can be said for importing companies. Their best trick and tactic is to distract you from the obvious.
Yep.
They don't want you to see that they're importing.
Yep.
Look over here, quick. I got this, new option. I got this that they don't have. Or
ooh, look at this thing sparkle.
Look how many of this we're putting in there, right? They overload you with stuff so you don't look somewhere else.
Sounds like manipulation too.
It is. It's a manipulation. That's exactly what it is. You got to be aware of that stuff. You get down to cutting costs, and you cut costs in one area over another area, and you just have to be careful of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. You got to do your research. You have to look into things. You got to make sure that what you're getting is what you're expecting, right? You can't just, I'm going to buy that. It looks right. And then it shows up and, it's wrong. Do your research. Look into things.
Exactly. So, that's what I was saying, with the imposter stuff. I just spilled water all over my desk here.
You you got a hole in your lip.
Jeez, what happened here? I tried to drink some water, and now we got a mess. We got Lake Superior in my lap here.
Lake Bombardo.
Lake Bombardo. Unbelievable. It's just a mess over here.
You're struggling.
Clean
today.
up. Aisle 4, please.
Garrett, can you get a mop?
No.
Jeez. Please, Garrett.
No.
You're sitting on the bucket. Can you just grab the bucket from underneath you?
It's my seat.
Unbelievable. We're in this closet here.
Too bad you're not wearing the Sherpa. We just soak it up.
We could have used his shirt. We could have used his lamb chops.
Go.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, it's stuck in his head, right? He found out what we were saying when we played that song.
Watched every episode.
He's watched it all.
You'd call me lamb chop, and then you'd blush.
He's the best. He's the biggest fan of.
You got your lake cleaned up over there?
I finally got it cleaned up. I'm sorry. Where were we?
I don't know.
Starting back over.
Go to the beginning.
We were talking about imposter. So what is an imposter now? Yeah. So
no, we were talking about how people cut costs.
Yeah.
Deceive you.
Exactly, and that's the thing is they cut costs in one area, and then they overcharge you in another area.
Right.
And that's one thing I see a lot is that you'll see the stuff that you can fact check, right?
Right.
let's just use an example here, okay? A truck, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going to buy a truck and I'm going to buy wheels and tires and all the fancy stuff, right?
The whole package.
Yep. You can go online and fact check those tires, right?
Right.
You could see like, hey, if I'm going to buy some fuel rims, they cost this much money online. This is retail cost for them.
Yep.
Man, but that guy selling me the truck, he's only selling them to me for this much. He's 20% cheaper.
Yeah, he is. Why?
Why? Well, it's because he overcharged you on the truck.
Yeah.
You know, it's on this stuff you can't fact check. How do you go fact check his frame?
You can't.
You can't, exactly. How do you go fact check some of the stuff that he's doing? You can't.
You have to take his word.
Yeah, so they overcharge you in these areas, right?
Yep.
And then they undercharge you in other areas. Well, look at, they're giving me a way better. Why is their option not, as
Makes
as
them look
much?
like rock
Yeah,
stars.
Exactly. Their option is cheaper than your option. But we're almost the same price still. Yeah, but they're still charging me less. No, they charge you more on the other stuff. So if you don't buy any options, he still makes a fortune.
A fortune.
And that's the difference. Is like
Right.
a good product, they're going to typically make it a little bit more even keel, right?
Right.
I don't care if you buy a base model ShopSabre or you buy the top model ShopSabre.
Yep.
My margin stays consistent.
It does.
So it's not a matter of like, I'm going to load you up with every option you need so I can make more money.
Nope.
Or I'm going to just sell them a base model and move on to the next customer.
Anyone
No.
out there that's talked to us knows we'll talk you out of things half the time before
Yeah, we will.
talk you into
We'll talk you out of things. We'll tell you what you do and don't need.
Right.
And we'll spend all day talking to you. Mm-hmm. We aren't about trying to rush you on and off the phone.
Very
we hear
true.
that a lot from customers where they're like, man, the other guy talked to me for 2 minutes.
I have customers rush me off the phone like,
Yeah.
quit talking.
Yeah, like you've talked too much.
Be quiet.
Enough.
Send me the quote.
Enough.
Yeah.
Just
Sell me the machine already.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like you do get into that situation where we'd rather give you more information than not enough.
Right.
And you got a lot of companies out there, and it's not again not just CNC, but a lot of companies that are kind of quick on their here's my high points, right? This is what we say to everybody, and move on.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Like okay, it does work. That's the sad part. It does work. People sometimes just buy into that. But for me, it's like you didn't ask me anything about me.
Yep.
Like you don't actually know what I'm doing.
You don't know my project. You don't know my building. You know nothing about me.
Yeah. So how do you like? My favorite story is Jesse Barker
Oh, boy.
going to buy the Kia 150.
It was a lot of fun.
So this story, let me tell you here. Jesse, do you want to tell a story? You want me to tell your story for you?
I think you tell it better.
Okay.
You do a pretty good job on this one.
Okay. So you got Jesse driving down the road, and his car starts going.
It was. Yeah.
And then Jesse was actually his truck.
That was
his
my truck. I actually
Yep.
had a real truck.
He had a truck and rolls it into the dealership. Well,
Yep.
we're not going to name names.
Stuck in fifth gear.
Yep. Rolls it into the dealership and stops because that's what you have to do when you get in the dealership.
Right.
And he tells the guy, "You're going to need to push that into the shop."
Yeah.
He goes, "But I need a car." The guy says, "What kind of car?" He says, "I don't care. Car."
A car.
He goes, You're making this hard on me." Jesse goes, "I think I'm doing the exact opposite. I told you a car. You got a whole lot full of cars. Grab me one."
4 wheels, good gas mileage
Yep.
was my only
Yeah.
thing.
Yep, that's what I was saying. Didn't you tell him like your only criteria was it had to have 4 wheels and it needed to get good gas mileage?
Yep.
So this guy looks at Jesse, right?
Like I'm stupid.
Well,
That's a given.
moving on.
Stop
it. This guy looks at Jesse and he's like, "This poor sucker."
I got the right thing for you.
He eyes Jesse up, right? He goes out and picks up a Kia Forte.
Yep, sure did.
Like, out of all the vehicles that you could pick for this guy, he was going to buy whatever you brought up to him, or at least try.
I even told him that.
Like, you literally could have brought him a Camaro,
Yep.
and he was going to try to buy it.
Yeah, he pulls it to the door, and I said, "What is it?" He said, "It's a Kia Forte." And I said, "Okay, all right." I said, "Out of all cars, that's what you chose?" And he's like, "Uh-huh." I'm like, "You could have brought back the Camaro, and I would have tried. Probably wouldn't approve me for it, but I would have tried. But you bring back the Kia Forte. First, you just judge me automatically and think I'm poor, which I am. But good call. You bring back a
Ding.
Kia Forte.
Nailed it.
You want to drive it, he says. "No, sir." "Is it a new car?" "Sure is." "Bet it drives just like a new car." Go start the paperwork.
Yep. That's how Jesse bought his Kia Forte all those years ago.
Yep.
And the funny part about that is, my point of this story is that legitimately the sales guy did not do himself any service.
None.
Did not do the company any service because he just sold them whatever was easy.
Yeah.
Like Kia Forte's cheap, easy, like doesn't get less than this one. Here we go.
I know he'll get qualified for this.
Yeah.
I know he'll get a loan on this. This is
Yeah.
a certain sale.
Yeah, like so.
Couldn't
But he
brought
didn't
that.
ask Jesse. Like Jesse just literally was like, "Go get me a car." It wasn't like, "What's your budget?"
Nothing.
It wasn't like, "What are you trying to achieve here?" It was like, well, you're not giving me much to work with. No, I am. I'm giving you a whole lot
Give me
full
a
of cars.
whole lot full of
one.
cars to work.
So
Go pick one.
something. So
I would have came back with a truck. I'm like, sir, you just dropped a truck off. Let's look at another one.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
No problem. No, I'd rather put you. You know what? I know you're driving around that Chevy Silverado, but you look like a Kia Forte guy.
You do. Yeah, you just put everything right in the trunk. It'll all fit.
Which actually, I mean, the guy kind of nailed it.
He did.
He found you the Swiss Army knife of vehicles.
Crushed it. I get 41 miles to the gallon, and I can haul deer.
You get 41 miles a gallon uphill.
Yep.
You can haul deer.
Yeah.
You can haul 2x4s.
Yeah.
And you get stuck in every snowbank.
You can haul 14 bags of concrete in the trunk, too. I found that out. Doesn't like it, but it'll do it.
You should see those tires spinning in the parking lot as Jesse tries to leave work.
Jeez.
He just has to give it everything it's got to get out of the snowbanks.
I raced a BMW this weekend.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I did.
Pretty good time.
Yeah, some high school kids and daddy's Beamer lined up against the F-150, the Kia 150.
Yeah, how'd that work?
I lost.
By a lot, right?
A long shot.
Yeah, I heard that he yarded you pretty good.
He did. He just smoked me.
And then the best part was, you got a second chance at him.
Yeah.
You lined up at the next stoplight.
We both got to the red light. We both sat at the red light. He just beat me to it. Like, cool.
Yep. But then, how'd the next red light go?
Just like the first one?
Yeah, you got dusted again.
Yeah, I got dusted
that's pretty
again.
sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
You can do a haul of deer in that BMW? Nah, Dad'll murder you. You still lose?
Yeah, I get a call from Jesse, and he's just dying laughing. And I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, I just got destroyed by a Beamer twice.
Yeah, with a smile on my face.
I'm like, that's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, my wife was in the car. She got to enjoy it with me.
We're just dying laughing, waving at these kids.
Oh, it's too funny. But
wait till you get old and have 5 kids and a Kia 150.
Kia 150. Too good. But yeah, it goes back to, cutting costs.
It does.
It's my point of you can cut costs to get a sale, right?
Yep.
You can cut costs to buy a customer, essentially, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, that's what you're doing. When you cut costs, you're just buying customers.
Exactly.
That's all you're doing.
You're buying their service. You're buying their loyalty.
But the reality is like, if a relationship is built on price, how strong is that relationship?
It's not. It's like building a house on sand.
Yeah, because as soon as your price changes, they jump ship again.
It's over.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a hard way to run a business.
It is.
And as a business delivering to you, do you think that your business is going to mean as much to them?
No, not at all.
No, they don't care. They still do you on a price.
Just come back in 2 years when that machine doesn't work anymore.
When the machine doesn't work anymore, buy another one.
Yeah.
That's that mentality. Yeah, and that's what bugs me is, like I said, it goes back to imposters. They pretend they care, but they don't care.
No, they don't.
The only thing they care about is you putting money in their bank account.
Yep.
And they'll do it at any cost, obviously.
They will.
They'll sell you out. They'll build a machine at a lack of, quality. They'll build it with less service, but they'll tell you that you're getting the world.
Yep.
A lot of times you can look at somebody's quote, and that'll tell you enough right there.
It does.
If they don't tell you a lot on their quote, they're probably hiding something.
What are you hiding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and let's be honest. We've seen some of them, right? We've been lucky enough to see a few quotes.
I do this for a living, and I've seen quotes, and I don't know what you're buying.
Exactly. Can you do a comparison?
No.
There's 3 lines.
There's 3 lines. It says
machine
CNC router 5x10.
Yeah.
And it says spindle, and then it says shipping.
Compare me.
Well, it's a router. It has a spindle. That's what I can tell you.
Might be some options.
Like, I don't know what the spindle is. I don't know what kind of motors are on it. I don't know anything about this thing.
But like, it's crazy because the people who send those over, they're so excited about that machine.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this machine's awesome. Can you guys do a comparison?
Yeah, but it's because they saw the price tag.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah. It's a price tag that got them excited.
Right.
And I get it. We all shop in price. We all do.
Yeah.
There's not a single person in the world that doesn't really shop in price. I don't care how much they say they don't. You always are going to shop in price to some extent.
For the most part.
Like, let's be honest. If I have a bag of flour next to a bag of flour, and one of them's $45 and one is $3,
right.
It's pretty hard to look past that, right?
Yeah, that's an extreme.
So you're going to shop in price to some extent.
Yep.
But there comes a point where price isn't your only factor. If I have 2 bags of flour and they're both sitting on the on the shelf and one's $12 and one's $10, the price isn't making the sale for me.
No.
Now I'm looking at the bag and which one's got the cool colors on it.
Exactly. I was going to go with best ingredients, but I do like colors.
I mean, I'm being honest, though. I mean, that's what it comes down to. At that point, the price alone doesn't sell you, Right. There is some other things that will sell you at that point. So you have to be competitive, right?
You do.
You got to be competitive, and that's, companies like ourselves, right? We spend a considerable amount of time trying to stay competitive.
Yeah, we do.
We don't just, reality is we can raise our prices and easily justify it.
There's no doubt.
Like, I've taken some big increases this year, trust me. But I haven't raised my prices every time I've taken an increase because there comes a point where it's like I still want to stay competitive.
We talk about it every day. Like, it's amazing, and I don't know if people know it, but prices increases are coming, right?
Yeah.
We all know that.
It's
and
coming.
you fought it. ShopSabre's fought it. Like,
Yeah.
we're not doing that to our customers right now.
Yeah, that increase is coming in 8 days.
Yep. Yep. But we've pushed back, like, hey, no, we're not going to do this month. We want affordable CNCs.
I just want to, I want to get people through the year.
Yeah.
I wanted to hold true to my word. I've told people that if you buy this year, I'm going to honor this price, right?
Yeah.
I've tried to truly do that. And
I wish people could see that. Like, no one gets to see that side of things.
Nope. But you know what? They don't need to. At the end of the day, it's not their job to figure that stuff out. That's mine, right?
Exactly.
That's why you pay me to do a job.
That's very true.
Right?
That's very true.
So that's where we come in, and the two of us, obviously in this room, Jesse, me, and you, we try to be honest with our customers when we're on the phone with them, right?
Right.
We try to just tell them flat out, like, hey, this price is not going to last.
It's not.
Or this price, I'll hold it for you. I'll do what I can. Like we tell people what we know and what we don't know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The world has a bunch of unknown.
A ton.
We're not going to tell you things we don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. But I will always tell you things I do know. Like, hey, I know pricing is coming in January. So I'm going to tell you. And I've been telling people that since October.
Yep.
I knew pricing was coming in January. Garrett, you've been a part of this. You've been doing a lot of follow-ups, recently and helping customers and, talking to customers and doing some things. And, I mean, you've seen it too. I mean, we're not hiding behind it. I mean, we put the facts out there in everything we do, don't we?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's in the emails. If you're reading them, you'll see it.
Yep. And, it's one of those things where, especially the website stuff. I mean, we try to be as upfront and honest with people on everything. We found an issue with the website this week, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. Somehow our pricing got removed.
The mobile version?
Yeah. So we apologize to anybody who's listening and was trying to browse our website and couldn't find out a price because, I have no idea how it got turned off. The pricing disappeared, and now it's back on. So we got the pricing back on the website. I don't know where it went or why it disappeared, but
short issue. We took care of that.
Yeah. Didn't last long.
I think they thought they were on Christmas break.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe the prices took Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas Vacation. That's a good movie.
Folks, Merry Christmas.
It is a good movie.
Great movie. Just watch it.
Did you just watch it?
Yeah, sorry.
I haven't watched it this year yet. You know what I think of, though, when Jesse's talking about his guns? Ralphie.
Griswold?
Ralphie.
You
shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that
Christmas
movie.
Story.
I'm
What?
so sick of that
Don't
movie.
be that way.
I am.
We love it.
They're already playing it like on TBS.
Oh, they've been playing it for like a month.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they
It's
started
awesome.
like right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It's
always do,
awesome.
every year.
I don't
Great
need.
movie.
I need 24 hours of A Christmas Story was a lot.
You don't have to
Now
watch
you're
it every day.
You're giving me 30 days of it.
You don't have to watch it every day, Jesse.
No,
it's
I'd
there
rather
for
watch
when you
like
want to watch
I'd
it.
rather watch like Home Alone on
Home Alone's a
repeat.
solid movie,
Yeah,
too.
I
or
watched that
Christmas
last week.
Vacation.
Of course you like Home Alone, though. You got the shoveler's hat.
Kevin hat. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's cool. I really like Home Alone, not gonna lie to you.
It's my favorite Christmas
We
movie.
watched
other
New
than
York
Die
on
Hard.
Friday.
Die Hard is
Did
my
you? That's what we watched. Actually, me and my son watched that too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie. It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber gets thrown off the 110th floor of the Nakatomi Tower.
I am not. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not a Die Hard fan.
Oh,
I
jeez.
just can't do it. Can't get
Why?
behind that one. I don't know. I
It's
just
so
can't get-
good.
It just doesn't feel Christmas.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. That's my favorite part.
Jeez.
It doesn't put you in the Christmas spirit like
Exactly.
the ones
does.
do, which is
Exactly. Yeah. So, speaking of that, we're gonna get back to this. We gotta stand up. We gotta stand up for what we're doing here. We gotta, for your business, support American made. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your, industry. Stand up for everything you're doing. You gotta start thinking about that. For your clients. Support better products for your clients' purposes, right?
Right? Less headaches for you.
Yeah, we got to start working together on this stuff. And honestly, I think you'll find if we all start chipping in and working on the same thing, we all are trying to support American made and doing that. It's going to create a revolution.
Absolutely.
Things will change.
We need to make it change.
Yeah.
It has to change.
Yeah, you don't fake it, actually do it.
Yes.
That's my thing is don't fake it. If you're one of the people listening and you've been faking it, now's the time to change.
Gut check.
Yeah, gut check. Next year, do it differently.
Take
Build
a
your
look in the
product
mirror.
in-house. Buy a ShopSabre router. We'll help you build it in-house.
Yep.
Buy a plasma table. We'll help you build it in-house. Let's just get it done.
I agree.
Stop
with you.
paying other people to do it. Be real. Sell who you are and what you do. That's my one thing I can say. That's what I do. I always sell what we do here at ShopSabre and who we are.
Right.
I don't pretend to be someone we're not.
I agree with that
Don't
wholeheartedly.
pretend to be who you want to be. Be the person you're pretending to be then.
Be who
right?
you are.
Yeah. You need to be that person then. If you're going to pretend to be that, but you need to be that person. This isn't Facebook.
That's right.
No, you tell us all the time.
Yeah.
Just be Jesse.
Yep.
Just be Brandon. Be
I say it all the time.
Travis.
It's one of the things I say to you guys in our sales meeting all the time. I don't want you to be somebody different. I don't want you to pretend to be Travis. I don't want you to pretend to be me. I don't be yourself.
Just be you.
Yeah, be who you are. Be an individual.
You will get more business being yourself than being someone fake.
Yeah, be real. People want real people.
They do.
Ask questions when you're buying. That's one thing I will always say. Don't assume that you know something. If you don't know, it's that pride thing again. We've talked about this in the past. We get too prideful.
We do. Can I just throw this out there too? Like, stop apologizing for asking questions.
Right.
I get that a lot. I'm sorry to bother you. I have a few more questions.
Like, if somebody is upset that you're asking questions, don't do business with that person.
Exactly. Don't apologize. Shoot me your questions with a big smiley face.
Yeah. Big smiley face.
It's my job to answer your questions to make you more comfortable about the purchase that you're making.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that easy.
That's exactly
It's my job. I love my job.
Yeah.
Don't
And,
apologize.
ask questions when you're buying because you should be open with people.
Tons
I
of
don't know what I'm
questions.
talking about.
Right.
I don't know what this means. Like, you said this. Zero clue what that means. Can you explain?
I love those conversations.
So do I.
Let's go from 0 to now I'm a buyer.
Yeah.
Let's get you there.
Yeah, like, I'd rather you not pretend you know what I'm saying.
It's
If I'm like, you know what, yeah, the ball screw system is preloaded, blah, blah, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool, that sounds good, but you have no idea what I'm saying.
Right.
It doesn't really benefit you.
right.
Like, I think it's benefiting you because you're acting like you know it.
Right.
But if you don't know it and you tell me that you don't know it, it doesn't make you like, oh man, this guy. Like, it makes me go, okay, cool, I can help him a little bit further.
Right.
Like, I'd rather know that so I'm not lost in the conversation.
It goes back to that guy thing, right? Like, I don't want to admit that I don't know this.
Right.
Look, get over it.
This isn't high school.
Tell me you don't know it.
Yeah, this isn't high school.
I
Get
love
over
those
that.
conversations. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy that knows everything about CNC and he knows what he wants. But I really like the guy that doesn't know what he's doing, right? I like that process.
Correct. Agreed.
Let me teach you. Let me get you there. Let me show you what to look
There's
for.
a place for both people in the world.
There is.
Like, I enjoy talking to both customers because it's a different conversation every time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same conversation. It's literally a conversation where you maybe get more in depth because you both are on the same wavelength, right?
Yeah.
Or it's a conversation where we get you there so you can get on that wavelength. Like, you don't know what you don't know.
Tell us you don't know. It's like when I go into Home Depot, right? I find the guy at the electrical department. I know nothing. I
tried
need
that
your
once.
help.
Tried
Please
that
help.
once. Didn't work.
Everyone has a phone these days, right?
Everybody has a phone these days, for the most part, yeah.
Well, why don't you ask whoever you're working with if you have questions? Hey, I've seen you do it, Jesse. Hop on a FaceTime call. You show them the manufacturing process here. I mean, that's
been
pretty
fun.
cool.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's true.
Yeah, let's FaceTime.
It gives
Let's
people
go through
peace
the
of
shop.
mind, like, oh, you're actually making those machines 200 feet from your office. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's actually a good point. You know, I'm glad you bring that up, Garrett, because that's something that I think gets lost. Oh, I can't fly to Minnesota. I can't. We're so busy right now, I can't leave. Okay, well, pick up your phone. Let's
Yeah.
FaceTime. It'll take 10
Let's
minutes,
FaceTime.
and now you've been here.
And the reaction is awesome. Like, the other end of the phone is so exciting because they get to see everything and
Yeah.
they don't have to come here. And then they're in. Like, holy cow, you guys really are doing this. Being
Yeah.
intense.
And they have that peace of mind that the whatever worry they had left is gone. Like, okay,
Yeah.
now I
Yeah.
can trust
Our
these
facility is
guys.
amazing,
Yeah.
too. That's part of it.
Like,
Like,
trust me,
you
we
come
love
through
it.
this place and it's like, wow.
Yeah, we love showing it off. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Like, we have nothing to hide. Like, the cool thing is we're expanding actually right now.
We are.
We just started it last week.
It's pretty impressive.
2022 is going to be awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
I'm so excited to show off the rest of
Stay
it.
tuned.
Yeah,
boys
stay
and
tuned.
girls.
Like, Garrett, did you tease any photos yet on that thing?
Maybe check right now if you're listening to this.
There we go.
Once
Right.
I saw like the other half cleaned out, I wanted to have like a roller skate night back there, like ShopSabre roller.
I
skate
had
night.
multiple employees come up to me and ask me when I was renting go-karts.
That would be cool too.
Like, multiple employees. I'm not kidding you. Like, it
Why did I
wasn't
think-
like
why did I
one or
think
two people.
go-karts
It was like
first?
14 or 15 people were like, so, you know, we got the other end done. Is there a chance we can rent go-karts for a few days?
I go to roller skating.
I
I'm
looked-
ashamed of myself.
I looked for go-karts for a few days. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
That would be fun
You know why I didn't rent go-karts?
because we would break stuff.
Because 0 go-karts would get returned.
We'd have them forever.
We would own them all because we would destroy them.
Look like Mario Kart racing.
It would be
around
Mario Kart.
ShopSabre.
Oh, I should rent go-karts, make everybody mandatory dress up as Mario Kart figures.
It's me,
and
Mario.
we'll tie balloons to everybody's go-karts, and then we'll throw soccer balls at each other that are painted like turtle shells.
Garrett, can you get that up on
Oh
Facebook?
my god, that would be awesome. Now
It
there's
would
an
be.
idea.
But back at it. Ask questions, right?
Yeah.
Ask questions when you're buying.
Yeah, ask questions. You know, take the time to learn what you're looking at.
Right.
Don't rush in. You know, don't rush so bad that you don't learn anything. Like, you
Exactly.
can do something fast. I get it. We have 8 days left. You don't have time to like go to school on this, right?
Right.
But in 8 days, I can teach you a lot of stuff. Give me
Absolutely.
an hour and I can teach you a lot of stuff. But don't be one of those guys that you want to be on and off the phone every 2 minutes.
Brandon, I have 10 minutes. Go.
Yeah, like don't do that. Like don't be the guy that's like, okay, I got 2 minutes. Let's get this done. I can get it done in 2 minutes, but you're gonna have to trust me.
I don't. When people
Yeah.
ask that, I'm like, okay, let's just schedule a better time where you're free then. Could I do this in 10 minutes? Yes.
Yep.
It's not going to benefit you, though.
It's not good for everybody. It's
not.
It doesn't make me feel good as a salesperson
No.
because I feel like I literally just sold you something general,
Right.
and I don't. That's not who I am.
There's no relationship
Yeah,
there.
there's no relationship, and that's it. I want to show you who we are and what we do and why we do it and how you should buy it and why you should buy it. And oh my god, I'm out of breath.
I do it for me. Like, honestly, it gets exciting. Like, I get excited talking about it.
Yep. You know, And you know what I always look for on every product to buy?
What's that?
That sticker.
The one that says "Made in America."
The one with that American flag.
With the flag.
Yep. I always look for that Made in America sticker.
I love that.
Doesn't mean everything I buy is American made, because sometimes you can't.
Right.
Sometimes you just don't find it.
That's
right?
true.
You go to a store and sometimes the only option on the shelf is from somewhere else.
I find myself just not buying things lately. I'm just disappointed in what I see on the shelves and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I
You look
shop
at the
online
back,
a lot now, like because I can find what I want specifically.
Right.
Like I don't do a lot of shopping in person anymore, because then I'm only stuck with what they chose to carry. When I go online, I got everything at my fingertips.
We do. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I went to Napa the other day to buy a seal. For
like
my
the
race
Singer
car.
seal?
No, like a seal for my race car.
The animal seal?
The seal. I tried to buy a seal. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I got this pet shark. I also need a seal. No.
Ziploc sealing bags?
No, not those seals either.
Sealer?
Not sealer for my driveway. No.
Sealing?
Nope, not sealing.
Bathtub sealer?
Nope, not bathtub sealer. Okay, we're gonna get back to this. It was my.
Garrett, his head's gonna explode. He's gonna
Nope,
yell
I'm
at
good.
us.
I'm gonna wink at a blind horse and he's gonna nod.
Ishka bishkaboo.
But they, so they were telling me like, oh no, we don't have any, but we can order one. It'll be in 3 days. The purpose of me coming to the auto parts store was to have the part in my hand.
Yeah, I want it today.
If I'm gonna wait 3 days, I'm just gonna go online and order it direct to my house.
Right.
And then I don't gotta drive back to the store.
Yeah.
So I did. I went home and I found a higher quality seal that I wanted, because I'm like, well, shit, at this point, if I'm buying something, I might as well buy the right thing, right?
Right.
So I bought the one I wanted, and I drop shipped to my house and had it the next day.
You know it comes fast to your house. Like every delivery driver in the nation is excited to come to the Bombardo household.
It's only because my wife put snacks outside.
I know, it's ridiculous. I saw the video.
She put snacks on the front step.
I thought it was like this little pail of snacks. No, it's not. Like I'm coming to your house in the middle of the night.
It's like the Cub aisle.
It is. It's like the candy aisle.
Dude, we could put on masks. He wouldn't even know it's us.
Trick or
Ring
treat.
doorbell. No, we just take them.
I would know it was you two.
You wouldn't.
I would know it was you two.
We'd be giggling the whole time.
Yeah, you
man.
two would giggle like schoolgirls the whole way.
It's a challenge.
You'd walk up wearing a Sherpa, and you'd have that shoveler's hat, and be like, "Oh, they have masks on, but I wonder who's
who that is."
Jeez.
How fast did you get that seal?
Amy,
that was next day?
Amy, we just got robbed by Home Alone and
bearded Jesus and a redhead.
Nope, we got Home Alone and Lamb Chop just robbed us. Yeah, I got that seal the next day.
That's awesome.
So 2 days faster.
A better seal faster.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my thing. Is like sometimes you can just go online and shop and do a little bit more and get what you want, rather than just like looking at the one thing that's local, right?
Right.
I want a pet seal.
And now I have a pet seal. But yeah, ask to see the product. That's one thing I will always say.
Right.
Ask to see pictures.
Yeah.
You see these quotes and people send stuff over and it's a rendering only.
Cool drawing.
Cool drawing,
Thanks.
man. Cool. Can I see it actually something that you've built?
Please.
Something?
And video.
Anything?
Video shows a lot.
Sometimes video's great. In our products it makes sense. But like if I'm a cabinet maker, right? I'm not gonna have a video of my cabinets, right?
No.
But I'll have photos.
True.
I should have some photos of what I've cut. Or
you could have videos. I'm not gonna lie there. I got a customer out in Ohio. I told him, I said, hey, get a TikTok going. Show yourself building this stuff.
I love TikToks.
Put up short TikTok videos of yourself building. Go to Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. But just put up short videos of you actually doing the work. Let people see. Like, look, it's done right here.
True.
Cabinets might be the funnest thing to watch somebody build, but make it exciting.
Yeah, make it exciting.
Do a little dance.
Do a little dance.
Put a little music. Show yourself actually building your product.
Yeah. And then you know what you do at the end of it all? You remind people that it's the year end.
It is.
And it's time for a year end sale.
There's no better time than now.
And there's 8 days left.
8 days. You heard the man.
That's all we have. 8 days. ShopSabre.com.
ShopSabre.com. Brandon, where are our machines made?
America.
Right
here. Lakeville, Minnesota.
True story.
I was going to say our address, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
I never know it.
It's so many numbers.
Right?
Gotta go look at the piece of paper like it's this number.
I'm here more than my house.
I know.
And I don't know the address here.
I know we're off Cedar Avenue.
Makes DoorDash tough.
But no, yeah. So stay tuned. If you haven't, go like us on Facebook,
Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn,
TikTok. Yeah, we got all kinds of places for you to like us.
You kill it on the TikTok videos, dude. I watch those all the time.
But it's our customers that kill it.
Yeah, our customers create a lot of those videos,
too.
so we're not going to take credit for that, but we get to repost them and share them. And
what do they call those, Gary? Like satisfying videos? Is that what the kids call it?
Oddly satisfying.
Oddly satisfying.
Yeah. But what you need to think about is how can you know more about what you're doing? Do your research. Right?
Yeah.
Do your research, understand it. Look at things like what we post a lot of stuff. And now we're going to post, if you aren't on there already, we're posting a teaser of our new expansion.
Uh-oh,
game changer.
Wait till you see what's going in there.
It's going to be awesome.
It is awesome.
Can't wait.
I couldn't breathe when I looked in that room. I was like, what is that?
ShopSabre coming at you.
ShopSabre.
No, we got a lot of cool things coming, just to make the product faster for you to buy.
Right.
Like, we know we have a lead time, but we're going to try to make it easier for you to get our product. We understand we got a lead time. Everybody has a lead time right now, to be honest with you. Nobody owns more of the process than us.
If somebody doesn't have a lead time right now, I'd be nervous.
Run.
I'd be nervous.
Run if they don't have a lead time
Is
right now.
that a refabricated machine? What
is
that? Why do you have one?
something in stock with 8 days to go in the year?
Yeah, why?
Quick note, it's better to have a lead time than not. One of our customers was just here for training, and he said his buddy bought a machine, still has no estimated delivery date, and the price went up $10,000.
We're seeing that a lot
So
with our
crazy.
competition right now.
So crazy.
A lot.
Like, oh, hey, I know you bought already, but hey, price change.
Hey, I'll get it to you in 6 or 8 weeks.
After the contract.
Yeah. Like, so crazy. I
Now
walk
it's
away
12.
from that.
Maybe 16.
Well, you know what I think we should do?
What should we do?
I think we should get back to selling CNC machines.
I think the phones are
I'm
ringing.
going to go eat that cookie you still got.
Me
There
too.
we go.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Jesse.
Thanks for talking shop with ShopSabre.